culture of a workplace, an organization, or even a church is certainly important. It can make a huge difference in a person's ability to succeed. This morning, as we connect with Cook, we talk about that culture and how it plays into productivity. We want to welcome back Dr. Heather Cook to the show. Great to have you.
Great to be here. And I know that culture is such a buzzword right now. And we're thinking about, you know, in a context of today, it's about a culture of excellence. And are we in a healthy organization? And really talking through that team dynamic of in a workplace or in a nonprofit that you volunteer, or even in any religious organization, just that team dynamic.
And this is a topic you've been spending some time on and really working with your clients and your followers on checking and rechecking what they're doing and how productive they're being, and the kind of the things that have influenced that.
Sure, and if you think about it, so many things can be emotional versus intellectual, and so just wanted to share some tips about how to approach your own dynamic and kind of evaluate, am I in a healthy organization? And the first one is people versus projects. You need both. But at some point, if the project is overpowering the people, then you have to maybe take that step back and think, okay, what is correct? So what our values are as an organization, everyone starts something, whether it's a volunteer or in a work situation, they start saying, I want to do good. And the goal is to equip and empower those people to go and do good. You know, and over time, it's kind of like the project kind of takes over, and we kind of forget, okay, like these are people that need equipping and resources and the empowerment to go do good. And so I think that if you can kind of look through that lens of, am I just being bogged down by the project, or is it really this healthy dynamic and the people are super involved and at a high level? And then I believe if the people are happy, the project gets done and it is good. And sometimes it's just so easy because the project, what is the bottom line? Or the project, even if it's like we're starting a ministry, there's so much work that goes into getting a ministry started. You know, but how we want to make sure that we're empowering our people to do good. So that's kind of the first one, project versus people. Are we in a healthy continuum for that?
And I love how you start with the intention is always there in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Everybody usually comes in with the best intention and wants to do well and succeed.
Yes, and then the second one is joy versus stress. How much joy does your job or your volunteering bring you versus the stress? Now, I would admit a little bit of stress is healthy because it propels you, it motivates you, but too much stress really bogs you down and then starts permeating through other parts of your life. So if you look again on that continuum, how much joy do you have? Because there will always be a little pocket of stress here and there, and sometimes a lot of stress. So globally, do you have joy in what you do? And if you do, then that little bit of stress is just a healthy, you know, push along.
We all want to be challenged a little bit.
It's good for us.
You need some of that, I think.
It's good for us. And so project versus people, joy versus stress. And that last one is like growth versus performance. When you think about you're getting something started, you always set goals. We talk on this show all the time about set your goals and how are you going to achieve them. But sometimes goals can get in your way because you need to evolve. The actual definition of culture in a scientific form is like the cells, the tissues, are in a suitable condition for growth. That's the definition. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to learn change is bad. You know, like we don't want to hear the word, but that's how we think about the evolution of technology, the evolution of transportation and what we drive today. There's so much advancement, and we need to think about that in ourselves too. We need to always be growing. So in this scenario, in this team dynamic, you need to reflect on, am I allowed to grow? Am I being thoughtful? Or are we just, you know, we are just stuck on these goals because they've been given to us? And that happens a lot in a work dynamic. Here are the goals, and we tweak and we twist and we bend just to make sure we achieve the goals, when really maybe that wasn't even supposed to be our goal. And you think about a great parallel here are children. We don't want them to grow up.
No, we don't.
Now, intellectually, we know they need to grow. We need to let them learn to be independent and
push them,
all those things. But emotionally, we're so worried, like, please don't grow up. Think about how many social media posts you see, like, time, slow down, please don't grow up. But really, that's us holding on to those goals when really we want them to go flourish.
So we want you to go and flourish. We'll give everybody the information. ConnectWithCook.com, great resource. Oh, I love what you guys are doing. It's amazing. So do check it out online for more information.